This is my 5+ year Minecraft survival world tour. So this is my main base and we'll come back to this later, but let's start with everything else that's around the world. This is a second base that I started to work on when I got bored of my first base and wanted a change of scenery. So this is a bed over here, there's a little balcony here as well, and then for the actual base itself, it's set in a mesa biome. Now I didn't ever really finish this base or even get properly started on it. It was just a project I did for a little while before going back to my original base. However, there's an enchantment table up here, and there's also a room over here that was going to be for potions as well. My beacon is also currently here in this world so that I can mine out the terracotta easily. Down here is a little chest room. It doesn't really have anything fancy. It's just got terracotta and a few other supplies. There is also an auto furnace here, so you put items in the chest there and they go down into the furnace and come out down here. And there's also a little bit of a infinite lava room here as well, which is not complete. That is a theme with this base. Maybe one day I need to come back and actually work on this and get this actually looking really cool. Up here there is a little room for dogs. I let viewers donate $5 or £5 on one of my streams and they were able to name dogs. I did move most of the dogs back, I believe. However, this is where the dogs originally were that viewers could name on streams, but I moved them back to the original base because I spent more time there and I thought it was a good idea to have them there instead. But there's a couple of things here for dogs to be able to mess about with, like water and a little climbing frame and stuff as well. Now through here, originally I was going to have a massive base and I was going to connect it all together with different pathways, different bridges, and I was going to have like loads of different stuff in here. But unfortunately, I never really got round to it. I wasn't really sure what to put in all of these different sections, so this is kind of what I have for now, and then it's just basically an open space. But eventually, hopefully, I might come back and I might think of some cool ideas to put in all of these different sections. And this is what the outside or the front of this second base looks like. Now, everything in this world is connected through the nether, so if I go through this nether portal, I will get to an ice boat track or like a nether highway, and then I can travel on boats or just run to other destinations in the world. So that is one of the nether portals for that second base, but there's also one more. Also, I do need to decorate the inside of the nether. I want to make it like a proper nether travel system, have all decorations and blocks and stuff. Right now, it is just cobblestone and netherrack. But this is the nether portal back to the main base, and then up here is where the second base is, and down here is where you get to the village. So this is the village. It's just like a normal Minecraft village. There is 1 or 2 additional buildings to be able to have villager breeding. However, I want to eventually theme this and make it into a cool village. I did start flattening out some land, but I didn't really make it very far with the village. But that's all the extra stuff in the world. Now let's tour the base and my farms. So this is my main survival base. We'll tour the inside in a second. Let's start with everything on the outside. Now I know this world's at least 5 years old. It actually started around the Nether update. I know I streamed it on the day of the Nether update release, but I don't know if I played it before that, so it could even technically be 6 years old. The fact that you spawn in the Nether, though, around, like, the new biomes, or I say new biomes, they were new at the time, means that we didn't generate the Nether until after the Nether update, so I'm going to assume it's closer to 5 years than it is 6 years. So these are just some manual farms right here. As you can see, there's a carrot farm and also a wheat farm. There is also an auto composter, so you can put crops at the top of your composter, and then they'll go into the chest at the bottom. If we continue along this path, we will get to a potato farm and also a manual cow farm. So this is kind of the manual section of the Minecraft world, but there is also some automatic farms as well, which I've been building around the last year or so. So here's the potatoes, here's the cows, and then there's also some bamboo over here as well with a manual bamboo farm. This is an automatic chicken farm. This is one of the newer things in the world. So there's chickens, and then the chickens will smelt, they'll grow up, and they'll turn into automatic chickens. And it's a cooked chicken collector. This is a wool farm, so each of the different wools in Minecraft, each color has a different chest, which will have wool in. Now, some of these are broken. I do need to fix these at some point, but most of them do work, and they are completely automatic. They use shears, and then all you need to do is replace the shears when they run out of durability. There's also a section here for cocoa beans. I'll never need this many, but it just looks really cool to have them, so I have them right here. So there's a bridge that connects the farm area over to the main side of the base. There is still more farms as well over this side too. That's just more the manual farms and a couple of automatic ones. So I have a section for trees in this Minecraft world, and the idea is to have each kind of tree in Minecraft have their own room so it can be a bit organized. Now, the oak ones are set up to only grow to a certain height, but all of the others are random, and therefore some of them are a little bit annoying to destroy. Some of the trees are also too large to really grow in the individual rooms, so instead I've got them growing outside outside like the cherry ones, for example. And some of these haven't actually got trees in them yet, but they will eventually. I just haven't got around to building them for every single wood type in Minecraft, as we seem to have a lot right now. And to be honest, I only really use a few different types of wood, but I do want to actually make it so that it's every kind of wood, including the nether ones out here eventually as well. And then this is where the cherry trees sit, because there's not really enough space to have many of them growing in there, and it is one of my favorite Minecraft wood types. There's also some bees over here, so some beehives, and basically this is to be able to get honeycomb, which is really important for waxing copper stuff and other uses like making candles in Minecraft as well. Now, I'm not actually sure what my plans are for this world going forward. I have had the world for a long time, but I kind of felt like I'd done everything in it, and now I'm looking around it. There's a lot I really want to add and do, but I'm not really sure if I'm going to continue this world. I did start a new world that I am calling a Forever World, but I don't know whether I should still update this one as well, or maybe I'll come back to this one, as there is quite a lot I do want to add to it. Now looking around it, I'm getting quite a lot of memories. I only did recently stop playing it anyway. It's not like I've not played this for ages, but part of me does want to come back to it and do more stuff. So this is an iron farm right here. So the iron gets put into this chest and also some string and stuff. And basically this is an infinite iron source. I do love mining for iron in Minecraft, but it is also really cool to have it automatic and to have the iron for me actually be automatically like collected and put into a chest. This is a gold farm. It's currently turned off. I'm playing on peaceful right now for the world tour. Most of this world is also made on peaceful, which is another reason I started a new one, which is more focused on like easy and stuff, and I only use peaceful occasionally. But yeah, this is a gold farm right here. So when it is turned on, when it is on difficulty, and you need to have fire spread on as well, and you need to turn on the portal, then this does work, and all of the loot gets sorted into these chests as well. So this is an auto sorter with redstone. Copper golems weren't out at the time of making all of this. As of the time of recording, copper golems only came out a few days ago, but obviously you could probably do that with this as well now. But this basically sorts all of the loot into this chest so that I can then collect it, and I can also get a bunch of XP. This farm is honestly really simple and easy to build, and it is a really quick way to be able to get XP, and it's not really anything that's too expensive or anything either. I've also got a tutorial for this and the iron farm on the channel if you do need it. So now onto the main section of the base. We're going to enter through these doors right here. Now, I recently rearranged this area to be able to get this dog painting into the wall because my Minecraft skin's a dog and I thought it'd be kind of cool and I wanted to change things up. So we'll cover down here in a second, but let's start with the section up here, which I'd say this room is basically the main section of the base. So these are some chests for enchanting books because I have a bunch of enchanted books. There's an anvil here and also an enchantment table as well. Now, if we go down these stairs, this is where my chests are. Now, my chests are super unorganized, most of them at least. I'm really bad at keeping chests organized in Minecraft, but yeah, this is basically my chests. The cat doesn't want me to show you inside of this chest, but there is wood in that chest. That's where most of my wood's stored. And then down here is the newest area of the base, which is for my bed. So I made a new bedroom. The bed used to be where the painting is on top. I just fancied a bit of a change. It is a little bit less convenient, but I've decorated this room a little bit. I'm going to add some more decorations as well. I literally built this a couple of weeks ago when I last played on this world. And then through here is a chest room, just a manual one. Again, I couldn't use copper golems, but a part of me does want to continue playing on this world and does want to make an automatic copper golem one. But this is like a flower room down here where basically you can pick a flower, you can move it to somewhere where there's more space, you can bone meal it, and you can get infinite of that flowers in your Minecraft world as it will spread to nearby grass blocks. Then if we go up here, this will take me back to the original bit of the base. So the main bit of the base is through this painting, and this is where it goes in a circle. But don't worry, we're nowhere near done with the tour yet. We've still got a lot to go through. So this is an auto furnace. There is a lot of lava buckets in this one, and this can smelt a lot of items. It's basically the same as in the Mesa base or the Badlands base, but it looks a lot better. I've got lava in the walls, lava in the ceiling as well, and then obviously the cauldrons are all filled up with lava too. This staircase up here will just take you back to the original bit of the base here. But in this case, we want to go down so I can show you more of the base. So down here is another chest room. The idea for this one was just to be for items that I had an awful lot of, but I now feel like it's kind of pointless unless you just kept all the items at the top one. But I did start working on this one. This is also a little bit of a section to be able to turn mud into clay because I wanted clay for something. So I thought, you know what, let's have a little section for that. So I put that down there. It's not really organized. It's more just a temporary thing. Down here, there is lava on this side and water on this side. I didn't finish the water, but my idea was to have like an aquarium and coral and stuff down there. Lava on this side, and just thought it'd make a pretty cool room. Now, down the end of here, there is also a staircase that leads down. And this leads to two 2 different sections of the Minecraft world. I need to obviously decorate this, and I want to make the staircase actually huge as well. Go all the way down massive to the bottom, but right now it's currently not. The project was taking quite a long time. I had to mine out more of a ceiling as well and flatten it, and it was just taking a long time and I didn't really bother with it. But if we take this ice boat down here, then we will get 2 different things that are really cool. So the first one is actually a mob farm. It used to be my main mob farm until I built the gold farm, because the gold farm gives you way more XP, but I do actually have a zombie farm on this world as well with a zombie spawner. The one over here I believe is a skeleton one, and basically that allows me to get any loot that I want to in Minecraft. I haven't built a multi-purpose mob farm in this world. I probably will do that eventually for gunpowder, and I really want to be able to make more like firework rockets and stuff. But yeah, there's a couple of different mob spawners around this world. I'll show you this one because this is the main one that I was using, and this one actually is decorated. The other one is literally the same thing with a zombie spawner, but it wasn't really decorated at all, and I didn't really use it that much in the world because I had this one. But if we go up this staircase right here, then I can open the doors when we get to the iron doors, and I can show you around. So here's the iron doors right here. There is also a button, I believe, somewhere. There you go. I need to actually be standing near the door. That would be helpful. Can't even get into my own thing. I believe there's a mine shaft through here as well, which I forgot about, to be honest with you. And then down here is the actual decoration of the actual mob farm. So it's quite dark in here to allow mobs to spawn, but basically there's a bunch of mob loot. Down here, this is where the mobs actually spawn. And then down here is where you can get all of the different loot from the skeletons. So you can get stuff like bone and arrows and all of that sort of stuff in this mob farm, which is pretty cool. And then there is also a little room behind it as well, just with a few bits as well, just as like a kind of temporary, really small area to be able to sleep. I wouldn't really even say a base, but there is just a few bits here. An auto furnace, I believe, because I think I needed to smelt a load of stuff at one point. And I thought there was a bed here. Yeah, there's a bed here as well. So if we leave the mob farm right here, up here is actually to the end portal, so to the stronghold. We got really lucky with there being a stronghold right nearby, so I have a tunnel to that as well, and it allows me to have easy access to the end without having to remember coordinates or having to kind of like find the end portal or the stronghold every time if I do forget where it is. So that's really handy on this world, honestly. It's not decorated. All of these tunnels could be decorated, but they aren't currently. You probably have noticed that with the base, it is all over the place when it comes to like blocks and block palette and stuff. I do want it to be more consistent, and a part of me does want to change it, but then also I feel like it's nice to use a variety of blocks in Minecraft. Otherwise, you'll never actually use them all. So it's kind of on purpose a little bit, kind of unorganized and stuff. But the roof in here probably would have a different block and stuff if I did actually get around to finishing it. But there's some sandstone here for some reason as well. It's just decided to be what I decided to use at the time. There's a little sugarcane area down here to be able to collect sugarcane in Minecraft. And then there's also a little area right here for the nether wart. There's also an infinite water source. And there's also a snow farm as well. So you can get infinite snow in Minecraft by using a shovel on the snow farm. And then down here, there's a section for the glowberries, so I can harvest glowberries. And down here, there's a section for vines and also for dripstone, so the dripstone will grow, and then I can harvest it and get infinite dripstone in Minecraft. I love the furnace and the dripstones in Minecraft, and this is my wolf area. Now, I'm not really sure what else to add to this world, so leave suggestions in the comments what else I should add in here, but this is just my wolf section, so there's a better climbing frame than the one on the other base. This is where all the dogs that were donators on streams have actually moved to as well, so I've named them what people want me to name them and given them certain colors as well. And then this is basically everything in my Minecraft world. There's a staircase here that leads you back up to the top. But yeah, let me know what I should add to the world, if I should continue the world, because right now I'm not really sure whether I should or shouldn't. So yeah, let me know what you think I should do. Would you continue this world? What would you add to the world? And what should my next projects be on this world? I do also have a Minecraft City world that I might do a tour on. It's a creative world, so let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see that. And also maybe if I do continue my forever world that I recently started, I could do a tour on that as well. If either of those videos are already up, they're on screen right now.